What's up guys, it is me, Fisherman Whispers and or Vasterz, and I'm back with another video. This is not an ASMR video, but this is a tips and tricks slash things that I wish I knew first when I started playing Minecraft Dungeons. I'm only going to share a few tips on this. It's an amazing game, but there's still some bugs here and there, and I wish I learned more stuff, when I started, because I had no idea what I was doing. Um, but I mean, the first tip we can just share right here, right in the menu. You like the heart icon? I like it too. Do you want to showcase how much health you have? I have no idea if there's a certain button to showcase it or anything like that. All I know is I'm on PC. I'm using a controller. How you doing? This is the mouse. I hover over that. You can see the health. And then I use the controller, I walk around, and there you have it. As you can see, you have your health displaying, and if I go to a different map, it works. It just showcases the health, so if you take damage, you can see how much health you have left. It's pretty nice. I don't know why that's not a default setting. Maybe it is somewhere in the options. I didn't see it. But yeah, that's tip number one. Tip number two is to make sure you have the overlay for the map. So one of my friends kept doing this. Yeah, let me just, okay, we need to turn left, we need to turn right, and he was being attacked. He couldn't defend himself. So there's a certain button you can click that does this. You can find that just by going to the view controls and or the keybinds, and you can find out which button that is. If you're using a controller, if you just tap I'm using an Xbox One controller, the left bottom buttons, whatever they're called, if you hold it, it opens up this, and it shows you the secrets, the chest found. If you click it, like tap it, it does that with the overlay. So then you can walk around, you know exactly where you're going. I do wish that this game, maybe in later update, it would have like, instead of the map covering your face and stuff, it would be on the side of the screen. There's plenty of free space on the sides of the screen. Just a little mini map or something like that would be pretty useful. So that's tip number two. Oh, look at that. It's a chest. That brings me to tip number three, which is explore. So here's the thing, guys. I know you guys won't. You see the little marker on the left side of the screen? That little arrow? You're like, oh, I just want to complete this map. Trust me. Explore, explore, and explore, because treasure lies all over this world of Minecraft dungeons, such as this one. In all my days, I just got a unique. Who would have ever thought? All my days, what are the chances? So trust me, explore. It's very, very useful. It's very, very nice. Tip number four. This is by far one of the most important ones, and I really wish I knew this. I didn't though, and at least not at the start. And it really bums me out because I could have got some really sick gear, but I messed up the opportunity. So in this game, there's something called power level. So you have your normal level, and then you have your power level. The power level is the average of all your equipment that you have currently equipped. Mine currently is 105, but I'm only level 87. So you want to make sure you have the highest possible power level. I'm talking the highest. Let's say if you have a beautiful bow. Let's say, like, for example, this bow was like the highest level bow you ever had, and then it's either that or a level 70 or whatever other different bow. But then you have this garbage bow over here just chilling on the side that's level 107, for example. You actually want to make sure you click on that 107, have it equipped, go here, mission select, click, and select the map you want to do, whichever one, and you will see your power being displayed. You want to make sure that your power when you're entering the map is the highest it can be. So let me do that right now. For example, let me find something that's a higher power. If I go to this, and let's say 107 right here, that's higher than my axe. So if I click on that, now my power is 106. Click here, click there, your power 106. You want to click start mission with the highest amount of power you can have in your gear. Whichever mission you want, just make sure you do this on the map. As soon as you clicked it, it's going to load up the map, and then it's going to load up, from what I gathered, to that certain power. So now I can just be like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go back to the one I want to use. And now if I open up a chest, better stuff. Are you getting my drift right now? It's kind of weird how that works, but yeah, you want to do that. And the same thing seems to apply for the blacksmith as well as the wandering trader. Make sure you have the highest power that you can for your gear. Then you can be like, hey, what's up, man? Give me something good. And then he might give you something better, you know. It increases the chances, from what I gathered, from what I noticed. Tip number 5. So, for this one, it's kind of weird, but you want to explore. The camp, the lobby, yeah, it's kind of weird. But I actually gathered some chests that contain gems. One was over here, for example. There was another one over here. There's all sorts of emeralds and secrets on this game. There's a lot of them. So you want to explore, go around, go in here and just explore. And hopefully you find some nice little goodies waiting for you. So for tip number 6, this is kind of obvious, but you want to beat the game on the easiest difficulty, which is default, as fast as possible. Do not focus so much on farming. Instead, focus on progressing through the storyline at the start. Because seriously, the gear you get, like look at this, on default settings, recommended power, 22, 27, my brother, I'm 105, #flex. But yeah, the equipment that you get from early game, it's practically useless as you continue through the difficulties, because I'm telling you, is there a difference from going from default to adventure? And oh my days, is there a difference from going to adventure to apocalypse? Big difference. So make sure you beat the story and then later on start a farm. Alright, this is tip number 7. For the emeralds, save them. If you're low level, that is. Because if you're a level 30 with your equipment, for example, you're level 30 in general, you're gonna get garbage, you know what I mean? It's not worth it. Instead, save your emeralds for later down the line. Later, you know, through the difficulties, things like that. And then start to spend your emeralds on, you know, the wandering trader or the blacksmith. So then it's actually more worth it, because trust me, low level stuff, it becomes obsolete like very, very soon. Like after you know, finish the first storyline, which doesn't take that long. Well, difficulty, should I say. I can't speak English, okay. Tip number 8. Learn about your equipment. Figure out what best fits you. For example, I have this weapon. It's not that fast like other weapons. So when I attack, it's decent, don't get me wrong. But if I combine that with this artifact, the Death Cap Mushroom, it greatly increases attack and movement speed for some time. So let's say if I attack this guy, doot. But then I use the mushroom, look how fast it goes. I highly recommend that you take time, look at the items you have, and you just observe, you learn, whether it be about the enchantments, the artifacts, whatever it might be. Just figure out what best fits you. Because trust me, this right here helps my build out a lot. And it might help yours out. But there's different enchantments, different little buffs, different artifacts that counter your weaknesses. And that's what you want to find out. Because there's a lot of items you can get on this game. So take your time, study, figure out what best fits you and your character. Tip number 9. This is actually pretty stupid, but I didn't actually know this. Yeah, when you're using your bow, believe it or not, some bows are rapid at shooting. You just hold it down and it's fine. There's actually other bows. For example, let's use this one. I was doing this. I didn't know you could actually hold it. And it does extra damage. So when you look at this bow's damage, 998, that's the fast speed. And if you were to hold it down, the 2494, that's that. So make sure if you're using your bow, if possible, hold it down, make every single shot count, because all my days I wasted so many arrows. And last but not least, tip number 10. There's plenty of other ones that I can recommend and tell you guys, but this one's quite important. You do not have to fight every single mob that you see in the dungeon. Like if you see a big old mob that is ugly and it's literally just ew, you can literally just walk past it and just skip it. Like, let's say if, you know, I found an enchanted mob and I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. Like, you see that over there? That's a mess and a half, okay? I'm just going to run through that. And I'm going to skip that. And then if you want to continue attack these guys for the experience, that's fine. Or, if anything, if you want to just go immediately to the boss, then go ahead. Just go and sprint away. I recommend you actually use like artifacts or enchantments that actually boost your speed if you want to speed run as well. For example, what I'm using right here, the boost of swiftness or the ghost cloak, or enchantments like this one right here. There's many things that actually boost your speed. But as you can see, I can literally just progress through the whole entire map without like defeating anything. Yeah, this is to save time, so you don't have to defeat mobs on repeat, because you don't have to. It's not a requirement. Give me the key. No, give me the key. Oh, this key. Such a troll. Alright, you know what? There we go. Wait for it. There we go. Let's go here. So as you can see, I'm literally just skipping a bunch of mobs, and it's completely fine. The game doesn't care if you skip mobs or not. I mean, maybe your level will later on down the road. But yeah, it's literally just about speedrunning. If you want to speedrun, it's completely fine. Oh my days, we actually got a unique. I'm excited. Pretty cool. Not bad at all. Probably not going to use it though. I like the armor I'm using right now. It looks like a paladin. And I failed miserably. And I just spawned right here. That's great. Oh my days, I'm absolute garbage. There we go. And let's just proceed and just go through. Oh, that's my controller. What in the world's going on? Let's proceed and finish this map, I guess. I don't know. There we go. This is the boss. Let me actually be a little bit smart on this and equip another artifact that will boost my damage. Fight me. Oh, here's another tip, a bonus tip right here. Use your map for you, not against you. For example, this boss, like he attacks with these like green orbs. Just hide behind this and you can attack him like this. And he actually won't be able to hit you. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Look, I'll try to showcase that when he starts to shoot me. As you can see, he can't shoot me, but I can shoot him. Use your map for you, not against you. And we just got a unique. Very nice. Let's go. Purple Storm. You know what? Why not? Here's another tip. TNT. Please be careful. It actually does damage to you as well. And your pets and your allies. If you have friends that you're playing with, it does a lot of damage. So be careful when you throw TNT. Considering that TNT is actually the way you actually throw, you shoot arrows. So be careful with that. Victory! Here's another tip, I guess. For the maps, they actually have displays that tell you what drops in such so and so blah 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 map. let's say if you want to get a nice sword, you can go here, then you can go to different maps, see if they have a sword as well, if you get what I mean. For example, I actually want to get the moon daggers, which is a unique. So the way to actually be able to get that is go to a map that has daggers available. Soggy Cave is one of them. Right here. You can see that the gear drops. It's a possibility that I can get a dagger on this map. Obviously the odds of that happening and the odds of me getting the unique that I want, they're pretty low, but make sure you read, and see what's actually in so and so and such map, because you might be trying to get a certain equipment on here and it's somewhere else. Trust me, I may have done goofed. Secret stages. There's actually quite a lot of them on this game, and some of them are really difficult to unlock. Just explore, and maybe you can find the room that has the scroll. If anything, you just look up a guide. From Creeper Woods, you can unlock Creepy Crypt. From Soggy Swamp, you can unlock Soggy Cave. From Pumpkin Pastures, you can unlock Arch Haven. And from High Block Halls, you can unlock Under Halls. And then this question mark is one of the most difficult levels to unlock. It is basically endgame. It has to involve runes, which you find from different stages. Literally, like every single one of these stages that you're seeing right here. All those golden button ones, they have secrets in it. So that one's really difficult to unlock, but it's definitely worth it. You see that piston right there? Yeah. Let's go to it. There we go. This is actually a secret area that I didn't know until like way late game. Right here there was a chest as well that I picked up. But I'm gonna guess this is probably gonna be like a portal that you can be able to go through in the future, but I have no idea. But do you see anything weird, out of place? Yeah, I didn't either. It's right here. It's literally so secretive. You can barely tell it's here. Once you go through here, there's actually like this museum. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there's also this lever, and this will pull down the bridge, so then you can just walk to it. You can travel in here. I'm not sure what those paintings are. I'm gonna guess those are developers. I already completed this, but this is like for way late game. This is the way to unlock this secret level. You click on this painting and it will tell you where the runes are located, and those little icons and symbols, those are the runes that I had to find. And practically every single one of these maps, there's actually a rune. It is very, very like secretive on the locations that they're located. But once you find them all, you travel here and then you click there, and then you unlock that map, which is actually a great map for experience. And there's also like 2 chests here that I believe that you also get. But yeah, it's something that I wish I actually learned, because I literally beat the game and I explored and everything. I had no idea there was those secrets lying around in all sorts of maps. And here's another tip for you. I completely forgot to add this to the video, but why not just add it here? You actually can have duplicates of items, like artifacts, on your character. So if you like, let's say, shock powder like a lot, you can physically like do this. You can have it in every single slot. So you could be like, hey, how you doing? Zap. Oh, how you doing? Zap. How you doing? Zap. Yeah, like I didn't know that before, that you can actually do that, but I like to do that with the death cap mushrooms, because it helps to balance out my equipment, to make the attacks faster. So that's why I like to use the boots, and then I like to use this, and then I like to use this. So then I could be like this. I attack, I use one of them, I have that increased attack speed. As you can see, I'm just going, and in the top left it tells you how much more time you have for this buff to go away. And then Then as soon as it's gone, I activate the other one. And as you can see, it's like a cycle. That's why I have 2. It helps out a lot for me, especially with my current build, and it's an amazing thing. Like, oh, it just went away. Activate the other one. Rinse and repeat. It helps out a lot. But anyways, have a good one, and God bless. And here's another tip. Believe it or not, you can actually parkour. Yeah, I said parkour. So this is something that I recently learned about this game. You can actually skip levels. Yes. Stages. Yes, let me say it again. Levels. Stages. By doing parkour. Yeah, pretty amazing, right? So now I'm just trying to figure out what levels I can skip, you know? But basically what you will need for most of this stuff is like speed bonuses for artifacts. You also, more than likely, will also need a feather, the light feather, because this allows you to like jump in the air and go forward. I'll show you what I mean right now. So let's try to do this little parkour and skip the stage. I stand here. I go here. I use my feather. I go there. Now you use my feather again. And I just failed. It's alright. I'm still learning. Let's try again. Go here, and I failed. Now I'm just now I'm rushing it. Okay, let me calm down. No pressure. It's all good. Alright. Just chill. Oh my days. I'm telling you, it's really difficult for some of these levels. This is a difficult one for me. Let's try again. There we go. So close. We're almost there. Come on. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're there. Okay, good. Okay. Once you're here, all you have to do is just roll. And you fall. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to skip to the part that I actually make this, because this is just annoying. Of course, it was literally the next one. Of course. Of course. Of course. But as you can see, I just skipped the level, and the mobs are over there, and they're like, yo, you just broke the game. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? What you gonna do about it? Kaboom. That's right. And this works in different levels. This one is, what's this one called? Oh my days, I forgot the name of it. But there's a bunch of maps you can actually do this on. And you just have to really think about it. Like, hey, can I actually skip this? Is this possible? Like, in this one, I can skip it too. I believe it was. I stand here. I do that. As you can see, I'm almost there. I almost had it. It's really difficult to do, so please be aware of that. This is not something that's easy by any means. This is actually something that's really difficult to do. Obviously, depending on the level of the stage, but I'm still learning how this works. I recommend if you will try to do this as well, you have some sort of healing item. Like this armor is pretty decent because the potion cooldown is reduced. But yeah, it's definitely tough to parkour on this game, but it's incredible if you can do it. There we go. We just skipped another level. Well, another part of the level, I should say. And physically, there's a chest, as you can see. It's pretty useful, especially when you're like a lower level and you just want to speed run. Or if you're a higher level and you just don't want to deal with the mess and you just want to quickly just finish the stage. It's pretty cool. It's definitely very difficult to do to parkour on this game, but if you master that skill, you'll be able to save so much time on so many stages that it would be insane. So try to figure out what exactly you can parkour, because you'll be able to save a lot of time. And once again, you do need some items. This one's really important just because of that little flip. But yeah, that's actually one of the most recent things I learned about this game, and it's really cool. So this whole entire map now is like, okay, let's see what I can skip. So, yeah. And here's something else I wanted to include. When you are in a multiplayer lobby, sadly I don't have anybody online right now, feel free to add me if you like. But when you are in a multiplayer lobby, you actually get a couple more options available. You can actually teleport to your friend. Let's say if your friend's way up ahead of the map, like he's about to fight the boss or something, and you're way behind. You can teleport to him. Or you can send little quick chat messages. So, just wanted to make sure you knew that because I had no idea when I started that I could do that. Oh, and something else as well. Those arrows, yeah, like save them. Don't be stupid and just use your bow everywhere because that is a really limited supply resource on this game. Unlike melee. Melee, you're fine, but when it comes to arrows, it's quite a grind and quite a lot of farming involved in a way. And by that I mean RNG. Some mobs can drop arrows as well as you can find them in chests. Um, yeah, please be careful with that. Don't waste all your arrows. Here's another tip. You can actually make more characters. I don't know for what reason you would want another character, but you can. You can make more characters. So that's something. Since we're in the menu, yes, you can actually change your skin, even of the character you're currently using. So let's say if I didn't like this skin, or I changed my mind. How you doing, Steve? What's poppin'? Oh, and FYI, if you make a new character, let's go with Steve. Make sure you do the tutorial. You actually get rewarded for that. Yeah, it's not anything insane, but you actually get some decent stuff that will help you through the easier stages. For me, when I did the tutorial, I got a firework gadget and, well, artifact. And I also leveled up, so it helped me. I don't think I actually mentioned this yet, but on the big mini map, not this one, this is a small one. This one, on the bottom left, it will tell you how many secrets there are, how many chests have been opened. So, that's really nice info. You might be asking yourself why. It's because certain areas that you require to unlock another map or another stage, you want to see those secrets show up when you're joining that map. Because if it says like one secret, high chances are you're not going to find that secret room to unlock the next secret area, that secret map. So, just wanted to mention that. Oh no, I died. What's this? Lives left? 2. So yes, you actually have multiple lives. On the bottom middle left side, left-ish, it will tell you how many lives you have left. So it says I have 2 more lives left. So let me show you guys what that means. So let me die again. Now it says I only have 1 life left. What I used to think was, oh, so this is it. If I die here, it's over. No, you have an extra life. Now it's gonna be the last time. Then it's game over if I die right now. So let me just showcase what happens if you do die. Game over. And you just return back to camp. Oh, by the way, if you're playing multiplayer, let's say if you're full on HP, but your friend is about to die. You see this delicious food? Leave it for your friend. So, when I played multiplayer with Glorifying, one of my friends, I noticed that the items were separate, but the food was the same. So he might have received a bow, I might have received a piece of armor, but as for the food, I seen it for both of us. He seen it, and then I seen it too. So we both could have clicked it. I could have clicked it, and then it's gone on his screen, or he could have clicked it, and it's gone from my screen. So, work together, okay? So I know this cow is friendly, but hey, if you're struggling if you need to eat, if you're low on health, the cows, the sheep, so on and so forth, you might just have to do that to receive some food. Oh no, if you see mobs like this with the purple glow, it means they're enchanted, so they're a lot stronger. And you can see what enchantment they have right up top of the screen, as you can see. This isn't too bad, but there's some enchantments that are insane. I actually seen one that had deflect on it. Every single damage I did to him, he was like, nope. And he just put the reverse card. Here's another tip. If you want to level up real quick, just go to an area that has repetitive, continuous mob spawning, and then just attack them and just chill. Like yeah. I mean, mob spawners, necromancers. There's plenty of areas that have mobs that continuously respawn. For example, right here, I get a little bit closer. I can just stand right here. I'm just holding A right now. Just attacking them. And as you can see, they actually keep respawning. So technically, it's infinite XP. Yep, you can leave it overnight while you're at work, wherever you might be. And once again, it's not only with these mob spawners. It's also the necromancers and other places too. There's even some maps that you have to do certain like quest lines, and if you don't actually proceed, mobs just keep respawning. And if you wanted to help you out even more, you can even send out a pet to help you in combat. And or even this, the final shout, with a nice healing artifact. I recommend the Totem of Regeneration. Just saying. So then when you get low, that totem goes down, your pets show up, and you're all Gucci. Let's talk about the level caps. So this is quite interesting, but for your player level, I'm only level 88. From what I'm aware of, it's infinite. And for the gear level, that's capped at 107. But I have seen screenshots of people receiving items that are 108, which is quite interesting. I'm gonna guess that's for the upcoming DLC. And let's talk about enchantments. Every time your player levels up, you get 1 enchantment point. You can see it at the bottom left hand of the screen, I have 15 available. Or if I open up the inventory, you can see it at the top left. It's a little purple icon. So let's say if I wanted let's say this axe. You know, let's make it stronger. And I want a critical hit, let's say. It's gonna cost me 2. And now it's going to cost me even more as I continue to upgrade it. Keep in mind that there are enchantments that are more powerful. You can see it at the top display. These cost more enchantments. Well, the price is more for the enchantments. Unlike the ones that are weaker, they cost less. So now what do you do if, let's say, you want your enchantment points back? Well, you could just get rid of it. As you can see, if you salvage this item, I will receive my enchantment points back, and emeralds because it's for the item. And I'll receive them back. If I wanted to undo this change, I can undo it as well. I really do hope that this game adds features such as a mini-map on the side of the screen and a better inventory. Yeah, this inventory is kind of like a mess. There's no organization whatsoever. At least not that I can tell. But if you want to get rid of something, you actually get rewarded for it. If I were to salvage this, I get some emeralds. And if it's something that's unique, you get more emeralds. So the rarer, the better. Well, that is if you want to sell it. So there are different pets in this game. I'm not going to run through the list, but there are several. And once you send them out, they actually will combat for you. They will attack things. They will tank for you as well. It's pretty cool, especially if you're trying to speedrun. They can keep them distracted for the mobs, you know? Like right now I could just walk right here and the mobs have no idea what's going on. But just be aware that when your pet does die, it doesn't fully die. It just goes on cooldown. If I click it right now, he would teleport to me. But if he were to die, then he won't be able to teleport to me, but instead, I'll have to wait a certain cooldown to respawn him. This guy's tanky. He does not want to die, clearly. He's going ham. Dun-it. 5 years later. Alright, there we go. And now he is in cooldown. So now I have to wait to send him out again. Oh, and this is actually pretty cool and something I had no idea about. There's certain artifacts that give you ammo, but you don't have any ammo. So let's say if I use up all this ammo for my bow. I use all the arrows, then I have 0. The only way I can get more arrows is if I find it from mobs in chests, so on and so forth. But you could also use artifacts. So if I use this artifact that I have right here, which is called the Flaming Quiver, I get 7 arrows added to my ammo, I guess you could say, and I could use them. Say hello to Maleto Fue. Not to mention, they're pretty strong too. And now, obviously, if I use up all those, then I have to wait. But I could just wait for the cooldown. And then I get more arrows. This is really useful when it comes to like certain bosses that you won't be able to fight off because you don't have any arrows left. Well, these are the bosses that are really easy if you use the bow. So you can just bring one of these artifacts, whether it be this one or even the firework. The firework is great. Or the Torment Quiver. So you can always stay in range and attack. Here's another trick as well. So instead of just walking, make sure you roll as well. Believe it or not, it does make you go faster. Not to mention, some enchantments, when you roll, you get buffs. So do you see a little villager right there just chilling with the book? He can enchant mobs to make him stronger. As you can see, this is a super duper creeper. It's enchanted, or an enchanted chicken jockey. If they're out of range, they lose their enchantment. When they are enchanted, let's say mobs get really strong, I recommend you actually go for the enchanters first. You take them out, and then the mobs are going to be so much easier to defeat. By the way, mobs do have an opportunity to drop arrows and potions. It's completely RNG, but let's just say some of the potions, they're OP. Like I could literally go from doing that much damage to doing almost 10,000 damage. Be careful with spiders, because you can be trapped. So make sure you always have arrows. Oh, this is pretty cool. For creepers, get close to them, walk away, and they just explode. It's just like Minecraft. So you can actually have them be your personal bomb. Bring it on. Oh no, I'm getting low. I need to run away. Need to run. Heal up. And now we camp. Oh yeah, this is the meta. Just so you know, for a lot of areas, if you actually become, oh should I say, if you're almost dead, you can literally just run away from most areas. Not every single area / boss zone allows you to do this, but a lot of areas do. I recommend you take advantage of it. So you basically say hola, you say what's up to the boss. Then if you ever get low, you can just run away, use a healing item, and just chill for a little bit, go back to full HP. It's basically a way so you never die. It's the meta. Also be aware that there are many bugs in this game. It was just recently released. I've had issues that For example, the golden keys to proceed to the next stage, they vanished. Or issues where these little pistons and I was stuck in midair. If you have an issue, just return back to the camp by clicking start. I'm currently in the camp, so I can't return back to the camp if I'm in the camp. But if you have issues like that, either return back to the camp or reload the game, and hopefully everything's fixed. This happened to me many times, of many visual bugs or full-on frozen bugs that I just had to let it go because that was cringe. I'm sorry, but there's many bugs in this game, so be aware of that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'll see you when I see you. My name is Fisherman Whispers and Lord Vasterz, and I'm signing out. May Jesus be with you, and God bless. And last but not least, tip number 10. There's other things I could also say about this game, suggestions and tips, and look at this game trolling me.